he was in 8th grade, I was in 7th grade, so he was headed to high school next year, and he was gonna leave me, but we weren't dating or anything. We were just, we just had crushes on each other, and nothing really happened. But we did text each other a lot, because that was the year I got my first cell phone. So I was a big texter back then, and I'm still a big texter now. But anyways, we would text each other and IM each other all the time. And I think he thought that something was gonna work between us, and he probably thought that I was the one or whatever. I mean, if he's watching this, I'm so sorry. I mean, maybe that's not what you were thinking, but it was pretty strong what you had for me. Just saying. And so the end of the year was coming, and I remember getting yearbooks. And so he wrote in my yearbook like a really, 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 really long page. He had nice handwriting. And I'm not gonna say a lot about it, because I don't know if I should say it, but it was sort of like we should really hang out during the summer. I'll miss you, or something like that. I don't remember. But I remember what he wrote to my friend's yearbook, or actually it was his friend, but she became my friend too. So anyway, he wrote something. He was writing in her yearbook, blah 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 blah, and I remember seeing it, and it was he at the end where you write your signature or whatever. He wrote love, blah blah blah, and then in parentheses after his last name he put my last name. So it was like, I will admit that I did like him. He was my first crush and all, and sadly we did become distanced. It's not the same anymore. I mean, we're still friends, we still say hi or whatever on Facebook, but as in like that, it's far beyond us now. Nothing's gonna happen, and it's fine. That was just, little chapter of my life, I guess you could say. And so with all this stuff happening in middle school, I remember getting really depressed, and I just thought to myself, oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into? I mean, this is not how my parents raised me for the most part. They want me to have a girlfriend someday, and they want me to find the right girlfriend, and with that girlfriend, propose to her and have a lovely wife and have a family of my own, blah blah blah. But I wasn't taking that path, and it was hard because I didn't tell my parents what was happening. They didn't know what was happening in my social life or what was happening in school. And I liked it. I liked the change, but I was just afraid of what my parents would think. I was afraid of what other people would think, of what strangers and classmates would think. And it was a really hard time for me. And I remember going to religion. I'm Catholic, and so there were so many nights when I would cry myself to sleep and pray. Like, I would pray really, really hard at night while my face was covered in tears, and just pray to God to help me, to guide me. And I even remember praying to him to make me not gay, because I wasn't proud of it at the time, because my parents, they weren't against it, but I just didn't really want to disappoint them. And there were a lot of nights when I did that, when I prayed. I just wanted it to go away, and I remember calling it a disease. It was hard. Of course it's not a disease, but I was young and I was scared. I didn't know what to do. And there were also like instances when my dad would have those talks with me and my brother and at home, and he would be like, if one of you turn out gay, I'm gonna kill you, blah 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 blah. And that just added to the whole isolation process, where I just kept everything to myself, because I didn't want that. I thought the worst. I thought my parents would abuse me or neglect me. My brother and sister would neglect me. They wouldn't talk to me anymore. I thought I would have gotten kicked out of the house. I was really, really emotional as a kid. I really, really didn't want to disappoint them. I didn't want to make them feel that they were a bad person as a parent, my mom or dad. So throughout middle school and early high school, I kept it inside for the longest time. From my parents, of course, and my family. I actually remember my cousin, she would ask me if I was, and I would say no, I'm not, and I would get mad at her. And what I was thinking in my head was, why should I tell you what makes you special, if I can't even tell my parents and my brother and my sister first what makes you special? I'm not going to tell you